Hello everyone again, welcome back to my channel. I'm Elaine if you're new here, the petite plump pensioner, and if you're back again, thank you. So this video is a little review of a trip we took to Whitby last week. I have to say, John and I are very blessed to have celebrated 40 years of marriage last week. So we thought of all the places we wanted to go, the exotic, Venice, everything. Although we had done Venice on a cruise, and we decided on good old Whitby. We've been to Whitby a few times. It's a bit of a happy place for us. It's a nice place. We've been going on and off now for about 30 years, and so we liked it. We just fancied being on the east coast where it's breezy and it's blowy. So that's what we did. We just spent 3 nights. So I'm going to show you some footage of like little bits of walking around and what we did. Yes, I do stutter over my words, menopausal brain fog, and I sometimes say, oh, we're going to go and do this tomorrow, or we're going to go and walk here, or we're going to go and walk that. Well, everything doesn't go what I say I'm going to do. We're very spontaneous. One thing about that is that we have plans of which day we're going to eat out and where we're going to go, and then we all just change it on the day depending on what we see and what we do. So I'm sure we're not alone in that. So please excuse if we don't do some of the things I say we're then going to do. So I hope you enjoy. Oh, and another thing, I've said this before on all the others, I'm always walking behind John. I haven't got a thing about his bum. It's just that, as I said, I have chronic back pain and I'm really quite a slow walker. And have to keep stopping, and that's why he's always looking behind to see if I stop for a rest. And plus he's taller than me, he's got a very long stride. And I also on this, and I did get him a second microphone, but I forgot to take it out with us for him to wear, so that you could actually hear some of the things he was saying. And he also looks very straight faced when we look at things, and he's not a bit like that, you know. He's quite a great sense of humour, but he's not the grumpy bum that he might look in spots on this video, but he's very happy to be shown on screen and everything. I think he's a bit embarrassed sometimes and trying to keep out of the way. So I'm rambling on. Let's go into it. Go and get yourself a brew. Have a look at our version of Whitby last week, what we did, what we saw, and we were very blessed with the weather. Clear skies, and obviously just after we come home, good old storm arrived, so we were very lucky. But having said that, I have seen some footage of the storm in Whitby. Oh my god, the sea's magnificent. Anyway, I'm rambling. Go and get a brew and have a look and see what we did. Okay, see you all again soon. Bye. Right, well, this is called Powder Keg, and this is our accommodation for 3 nights. Right, on the street, obviously we've got good blinds. Quite nice little apartment. TV, cosy sofas. Nice little kitchenette. We're only doing it to make a brew and make tea. Really nice sitting area, TV. John's getting comfy already. Is it? Do you approve?
All he needs is a beer now.
All he needs is a beer. Yep, I think we both do after 2.5 hours driving. So then you come up these 2 steps and there's a twin bedroom. Very nice. If you look up there through the window, you can almost see up the top of the cliffs. There's a door here, but I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a storage cupboard with the Hoover. It's got its own little TV. Lots of nautical decor. Across the landing is a big bathroom. Step down to it, to the shower, but as I say, it's a nice big shower. More gone fishing. Sink. Then if we come back through the door, this takes us into a double bedroom, which we're going to choose. Nice big double bed, crisp towels, some beautiful toiletries just for you, a mirror, TV on the wall for a bit of TV in before you go to bed, and if you look you can see the church up on the hill. It's hard to see because I think the windows could do with a clean, but I think they're hard to do. Nice reading light, that's good. Oh yeah. Sorry if I'm giving you dizzy. Yep, this looks like this is going to do us well for a short 3-night break in Whitby. And Mr. Fitz is still waiting for his pint. So we've been here a couple of hours, we've had a walk round, we've watched a bit of football. Oh, there's always an obligatory seagull, isn't there? And we're now, he's waiting for me to do a bit of filming. We've been over there and we are now going to try this Pescado lounge and see what it's like. This is quite new since we were last here. So we're gonna go inside and have a look. See what we can find. It does serve food, but we're only going in for a drink.
Like it.
Thank you, kind sirs. I nearly fell down the step. Yeah. Most people seem to be eating. I've got a funny feeling we might not be staying. Nobody came to seat us, and John has a 10-second rule. They all look busy, and it looked like most people were eating, and really we're just on for liquid. There's the fake pirate ship and schooner. Lots of noisy gulls. And you can just see the tip of the Abbey up there. And so we're now on our way over, and we're going to go to the Angel Inn, the Witherspoons, because love them all, like them, they're great value. And I think this one here in Whitby is our favourite. It is the nicest Witherspoons we've ever been in. We've actually stayed in here as accommodation one night, or a couple of nights, and the rooms are really, really nice. We're just watching the traffic. A lot of tourists go home at this time of night. There's still enough people around. So we're gonna walk into Witherspoons. And I've just realised I've not got my microphone on.
Somewhere I was taking a photo.
You can just see the Abbey and the church up there. So here we go, the Angel Witherspoons. And this is going to be our little stop for some value drinks. The Angel Hotel Witherspoons. There's 2 floors to this. We actually quite like the upstairs floor. Most people don't realise it's there, and it's a lot quieter and a lot more comfortable. Yeah, very noisy. So I think we're going to make our way upstairs. And you'll really see the difference in sound and noise and just the whole environment when we get upstairs. Thank you. Ooh, that was a tight rush on people on the stairs. So if you can see inside, it's a lot quieter and a lot nicer. Here we are in Witherspoons, in the Angel in Whitby. Pint of bud for John, a nice glass of Bombay Sapphire and Slimline tonic for me. John thought I was going to miss the glass. Here we are, so happy 40th wedding anniversary to us in Witherspoons. Cheers, Mr. Bits. Cheers. This is the upstairs in the Angel at Whitby, and I've got to say, as I said before, it's one of the nicest Witherspoons we've ever been in. It's quite quiet and nice. We're waiting for some food. We're just, even though it's our wedding anniversary today, we're just having a low-key day. We're having a nice meal and a celebration tomorrow night, but it's definitely one of the nicest Witherspoons out there. Nice decor. A lot of it is Whitby jets, photos and images. I've now moved on to wine, and John's on his Budweiser. Right, well here we are. I got small plates. I got a small 8-inch pepperoni pizza. Do you know, these are perfect for me because the big ones are too big, and of course the blue and white china is a giveaway. And John has gone for a chicken jalfrezi, which has got rice, so you can see he's desperate to get going, a garlic naan, and a poppadom. So, bon appetit. We're on the tops here at Whitby. There's James Cook with his statue. His resolution. I love statues, as I've probably said before. You can see down the pier, we're going to go down there in a minute. All the way, it's such a clear day. All the way up to the Abbey in the distance. Walk round and we'll see the whalebone. Mr. Fitz is sat on a seat waiting for me. Look at the view, it's absolutely as clear as a bell. That's the Royal Hotel that they're now, it closed for a while, it was with sharing holidays and it's reopened, and that's got the Fat Badger in, fabulous restaurant. There's one in Harrogate and it's fabulous, so I'm hoping to go there for our anniversary meal. Here's the famous whalebone. If I step back you can see it a bit better. I don't think these are the original, I think they said they've been replaced. For that you can see all the way over, clear as anything, over to the Abbey and the church. Beautiful. So we have walked up, haven't we? And we're just having a little bit of refreshments as we sit here. And we've got to say, it's a dog's paradise, isn't it? Everywhere. We just had to climb over a massive retriever to get the drinks over here. But look at the view here. It's absolutely as clear as a bell how far you can see. The Abbey, we're going to go over the other side of the river later and have a look round. But yeah, a lovely place to stop and watch, and people watch and watch people go by, isn't it? And how many dogs, and he's just said he could sit here all day and have a drink and have a look.
Nice restaurant.
Yeah, because mentioned before that inside it is the Fat Badger. We've just been in and had a look. It's absolutely lovely. But hopefully we're going to go for our 40th wedding anniversary meal tomorrow. Our wedding anniversary was yesterday, but we decided we would do it tomorrow. Have an early lunch, and today we can just enjoy moving around and having a look. Yep, it's lovely. So I'll probably join you again down the pier or on the over end of the bridge on the other side of Whitby. We now come down to the harbour. Lots of fishing boats. Beautiful. We just missed the pirate boat going in. Loads of obviously massive gulls. They're like small children, they're so huge. Look at it, and the Whitby, honestly still, it's as clear as anything. All you can smell when you're around here is fish and chips. I think that's what we're having later on. Takeaway fish and chips. Yep, so we're going to carry on walking a little bit further and we're going to go across the bridge, the swing bridge. So now we're having a walk over the bridge onto the other side of Whitby. For those of you who see my other videos, I always seem to walk behind John. He always leads the way and said he's got a bigger stride. So it's quite busy, and they do close this bridge sometimes when there's high boats coming in. So if you see now, we've got nice little fishing boats coming in here. I can get it here. John said, do I need to lift it higher? But I'm not that tall. Little fishing boat coming in. It is a working fishing harbour, you know. Awful lots of fresh fish is brought here. A lot of lobster and a lot of cod. If you go in some of the chip shops, particularly I think it's trenches, actually tells you which ship that the fish came in on, which trawler brought the fish in, which is nice to know, that you know that it really is fresh and locally caught. So moving on over. Now I'm going to go up a little side street because there's a shop there that I got a book from last time, and it did a murder mystery about Whitby. It was a lovely book, and I think there's a series, so I'm going to go and have a look in there. So as you get over this side, it's a bit busier, and there's the shops on the other side, but some of the best shops are over here. And then it starts now to break into lots of little alleyways, and this is the one I'm going to go down. I think the bookshop's here, and if it's not here, John, it's up on the other, you know, the other road up. I suddenly now can't remember. So everywhere you go, there's dogs, very dog friendly. Yeah, there's some nice shops here. They do a lot of quality stuff, you know, like white stuff. Little fox. We like foxes. We have foxes in the garden of our flat. We're quite taken with it. Ooh, there's a fishmonger's. Anybody what? That's the jaw of a sawfish. Squid, octopus, what you'd expect in a fishing town. Lots and lots and lots of Whitby jet. Let's have a look over here. Obviously Whitby's famous for the jet that's taken out of that's mined in the cliffs. And a lot of the jet's synonymous with Queen Victoria. Off we go. I hate to tell you this, but I think I'm on the wrong road for that book. Why does that not surprise you? Oh yeah, this used to sell, famous for Lucky Ducks, but it's closed down. I think it's been here for years, but it's now closed. And Abbey Wharf is a food and drink market. Now this is a town hall that's all been redeveloped and renovated. There used to be market stalls there. There's lots of lovely shops. This is across the bridge, not as busy as yesterday because it's early. They just have so many nice things. That little fox, I've got a thing for foxes. There's some in our gardens. I probably said this in the last one. I have some really nice different gifts. There's always lovely artwork everywhere. Most of it is of Whitby. Little shops. Beautiful, and this one's called Lighthouse Bay. It's got some really, really lovely, unusual, some quality. I quite like that textured jug that's got like, I suppose, the texture of an octopus. Amazing how popular octopus are at the moment. Rustic baskets, kitchenware, very nice. Looks beautiful inside. I'm going to go and have a nosy, but I'm not going to film. Where we're going to now is Wesley Hall. It used to be, it's now called the Meeting Place. but it used to be maybe a church, and then it became the Whitby Jet Museum. Hammonds, who were the great makers of Whitby Jet, but now they've made it into a meeting place and a bar. But look at some of the features. Albert's Eatery. Honestly, some of the features that are in here, it's absolutely beautiful. There's testimony to what was the Whitby Jet, the Oxide Lounge in Whitby. Absolutely full of features. Lovely spiral staircase. I know, Mr. Fitz is in prime position with a drink. And if you look around here, where the bar is, obviously it had an original organ. And that's probably it. They've left all the pipes in. And if you look at some of the features, called the meeting place, you see it. Stained window. What I have seen, which is interesting, a spinning wheel. It used to be a Bobbins wool shop. That's still here. If you look up there, I can't get my zoom to work, but look up there with testimony to, there's some bats up and down. So yes, another walk. So if you come over the bridge and turn right, this is where we're going now. As I say, there's Hadley's Fish and Chips. Cosa Nostra is an Italian restaurant. We've actually eaten in there before and we really, really liked it. So we're going to walk around to like the harbour side. Oh yes, humble. Yes, as John's pointed out, humble pie and mash. It says pie, mash, peas and thick gravy. Mr. Chips. Now we've had chips from here and we think they were some of the best we've ever had. Yeah, here it is from the takeaway, didn't we last time, John? It's absolutely gorgeous.
Pickled eggs.
Pickled eggs, I know. Who eats pickled eggs? We've never, have we?
No.
It's a new bookshop, Little Fox Bookshop. Not seen that before. That big dragon's head. No, yeah, I'm looking at that book that I wanted from the Whitby author. Apparently I've not been able to get it anywhere, but it's more dragons and fantasy and magical beasts. So as you see now, you're coming into the working part of the harbour where the sort of dockyards are, if that's the word, where they do all the fixing. This one's called the Endeavour, obviously after Captain Cook's ship. I keep stopping mid-sentence, don't I? That's a real old pub. You know what, John? This has accommodation now, you know.
Yeah, I believe
The Endeavour. Yeah. So we're still over the far side, over the bridge from Whitby. We're having a bit of a view round. You see this figure, this handsome figure, not John, but the gentleman stood next to him. There's a lot of these wire figures around. You see over here, got all that seaweed down there and the big gull. So this is where a lot of the fishing boats are all moored, and then in the morning you can hear them. Well, they go out late at night, but if you stay in one of the places nearer, you hear them coming in the morning because you hear the gulls screeching, don't you? Behind them, want to know what's for them on the catch. Proper sea smell here. I mean, some of these are just pleasure boats, but a lot of them are proper fishing boats. If you look here, you can see all the lobster cages everywhere. Lots and lots of, there's lobster pots all over. Nothing beats takeaway fish and chips, the Magpie Cafe at Whitby. We had fish and peas and one lot of chips between us. They're all cooked in beef dripping, and whoa, you can really taste the difference. Beautiful. Yep, we've now just come on the bus to Robin Hood's Bay. We're just having a look. It's got some nice accommodation here. Well, last time we came here, there weren't many bed and breakfasts. These all seem to be new. No vacancies, what a surprise. Look at that magnificent view down there. Into the bay. It is, look, that's another one, West Royd. That looks a new one from when we were last here. Certainly getting a lot more popular, isn't it? There's our famous watering hole. Victoria Hotel. Are you itching? You thought you were getting bitten on that bus, didn't you? Captain's quarters. The Loxley. I think that's a restaurant, looking at it. Traditional Sunday lunch. Robin Hood's Bay, how lovely is that? Look at that view down there. The Victoria Hotel. Do you want a drink before we walk down, or no? You're all right. Keep going. We're going to walk down to the bay, which is fine. It's the walking back that's going to be testing. Hotel Victoria. Right, so here's the little walk down. Do you hear what John said? Little is a bloody big one. I'm just going to film, but I won't talk. I think we'll just enjoy the views. for a cup of tea. And if you look at that house at the end there, try to zoom in a little bit, John recognised that the hairy bikers were there once and did some cookery programmes from there, showed off some of the cookery skills. So here we are, look at that magnificent view. I've got to say, it's a beautiful day today, and it's like everything else, it's a dog's paradise. And the smell of the sea and ozone and everything is absolutely beautiful. Look at that, proper unspoilt. John relaxing with his Fanta. So nice. Absolutely stunning place, worth the walk. I'm enjoying my brew in a proper mug of Yorkshire tea. Does life get any better? We're now down here looking at one of the tunnels that leads down to the beach. Robin Hood's Bay has got a history of smuggling. Great long history. Not only did it smuggle contraband like brandy, silk, etc., it also smuggled people. It's where the term press gang came from, and sailors would come off other boats, snatch people and take them to work. It's like almost like piracy and slavery onto ships. But when you're looking at all the smuggling, as we were looking at all the smuggling, sorry, John said he's starting to walk back up. A lot of places like the Bay Hotel, which we're looking at here, and all the little houses and streets, they used to have signals as to put lights on in certain windows, etc., to let them know whether it's safe to smuggle or whether the excise men were due. It was all big business. And like I say, it was the height of it as smuggling was here. I mean, Cornwall's known for it. But let me say, so is Robin Hood's Bay. It was even filming. Right, so to end off our weekend away, we are eating in the Fat Badger for our wedding anniversary. We've eaten in the Fat Badger in Harrogate before, and it's beautiful. It's always quirky, full of quirky. I'm trying to avoid the music, and menu's very different to one advertised online. So let's see what we do. I think I'm just going to enjoy the meal. I won't do much filming, just so that we can enjoy.